Hey yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video of Retro Tuvi. Today we finish off the transmission swap that which we started last video. Last video was part 1 where we removed the transmission. Today is part 2 where we install the transmission, and also today we get started. Well, we finished the rear end, the rear control arms. The upper control arms were clapped out, so we replaced them. We've seen with these brand new ones. They're and they have polyurban bushings, I believe. So yeah, this is all done already. This is the future where transmission's already in and stuff, and it's great. I can't wait to upload videos on that. But for now, enjoy the show, and I'll catch you guys next time. Oh, real quick, your boy's officially a high school graduate, so I just want to come on here and say that, because I mean, why not? I just finished high school, so it was super great how I got to take the car to high school. I didn't film a video on that, so don't expect anything. I did, okay, real quick before we get into the video, I did do a fat burnout on the last day of school, right? But my friend couldn't catch it on camera and on time, so there's no footage of that. With that being said, this time for real, enjoy the show. I'll catch you guys next time.
So what are you doing right now? Explain it to the camera what you're doing.
I'm doing the transmount. I'm connecting the transmount, and transmission's already loaded up. It's a little tilted, but we'll fix that when we get out there. And I'm gonna get all the spaghetti wiring up. I'm gonna find a tape, try to tape it up to the body, so when we put the transmission up, it won't really annoy us too much. So that could definitely be a little bit of an annoyance.
You wanna drop a little more?
Drop a little more.
What I'm saying is, this is gonna hit this again right here.
What is gonna hit what?
Like the actual, like, you got my Oreo shake in that car, boy.
Sorry, like that. Lo que viene como medio gris. Transmission is on. Now we're just gonna go one more bolt. Alright, so we're done with all the bolts on the tranny. As you can see, it's connected. It's been really hectic, but all we have to worry about now is just drive shaft, which goes back there, connects to the yoke. The shifter on top, which I'm gonna connect my NGW, and that should be about it. Oh, and the exhaust. That's gonna be really fun. But good news, I got an exhaust gasket. Oh, and fill up the trans. Before we do the shifter, fill up the trans. Oh, almost forgot. So let's go do this drive shaft. Get in there, bitch. That sounded really bad. Okay.
Den här kugglagen eller där?
Fuck is the camera, bro? I don't know. Shit. Okay. Yo, I thought I fucking lost y'all, bro. Alright. So, basically, we're practically done from last night. From the recap of everything that was broken in the back, we had to replace to the fluid being changed and everything. We are practically done because we got the shifter and all the fluids tapped out. You can see in here. Shifter's back in place. And on the bottom, the whole throw bearing. Yeah, I mean the whole pilot bearing. No, the whole pilot bearing. Fucked up. And from the bottom, all the exhaust, everything is set up. So we are ready to go and drop this thing to the ground. Other than that, just watch the process. All right, we got the car down on the floor. We couldn't record much because we're on kind of on like a crunch time. We gotta go to work in like probably like 10 minutes. We have the Mustang here. As you can see, the whole garage is still a huge mess from the transmission that we did. Literally, I want to say like what, it's my third day driving it after transmission, and I'm happy to say that it is a-okay. It's amazing. It's exactly what you expect. The brand new transmission, it's just fine. Everything's great. On the contrary to this thing, I really don't know what made this thing fail. On to today's video. Today's video we have over here. Guys, don't mind the mess, bro. Bro, y'all watching, y'all got what do you call that? I'm retarded, guys. OCD. OCD. If you guys have OCD, bro, like skip this whole video, bro, because like this shit is real bad. This is the stock shifter that comes with it. I guess I have 2 stock shifters now. Damn, I wonder if I could replace this boot. Okay, whatever. So here we have what we're here for. We have the control arms. So as you can see, as you know, my car, I've always been complaining about it. My car is very, very loose. It has like this weird buck to it, where it just bucks back and forth. So this right here is a rear control arm. These control arms basically are connected to the differential and they go to the body of the car. And let me just show you guys what kind of noise mine makes. So before we do that, a couple of cool features about these. These are called the BMR. I think they're called BMR. I'll put the name right here. I forgot about these a while ago. BMR upper control arms for upper rear control arms. They have polyurban bushings in them, so they are really nice, and they are greasable. So that's really great. But they're pretty much set up. Really, it's just bolt off and bolt on. Let me show you why I'm replacing my stock ones. Well, they're not. These ones are not stock. The rear control arms on this car are not stock. The springs are not stock. The control arms are not stock. They have, I don't know what brand they are. They're gray. I'm assuming they're SR Performance. All the suspension in this car is basically SR Performance. These springs and everything. It kind of explains why the car is kind of like this. Instead of being straight, it's kind of like this. One side I have better fitment than the other. I don't know. Maybe it's because also this, because these things are blown. Let me show you what I mean by they're blown. That's what I mean by they're blown. That's the upper control arms. And they make a real great sound. Something that you definitely want to hear. So that's the issue with the control arms. We're going to be lifting the car up, swapping them out for these, and they just look great. They're not going to match with the lower control arms, but because of money problems, I can't really get the lower control arms with this. But they're fine. Their lower control arms are fine. I trust them. I move them around, they're fine. This is the upper control arms. Let me get out of these clothes, hop into something more comfortable, and then we'll get right to tearing this shit apart. Alrighty guys, so I got the car all jacked up. It's held by the ramps, the 2 jacks on the frame rails, and we are now looking at the differential back here. I'm gonna be doing a diff fluid change really soon on this, and look what I found out. I found out that my exhaust tip on the right side is just moving freely like that because up here it's not tightened, so we'll tighten that. So here's the control arms. This side you can't really move it. I have it on the ramp, so that way I took some pressure off the diff a little bit, which is the whole rear end. This side's okay, but this is the side that really needs work. You hear that? So that's the issue we're having, and we're gonna replace it with these BMRs. So these bolts are 18 millimeters, so we're gonna start tearing these things apart, and we'll support it with the floor jack on the diff, so that way it doesn't just drop. Even nuts are already held by the rest of the suspension, just in case. And we'll see how much of a difference these make. See, that doesn't like to move. What the fuck? Where did it? Oh! Yeah. Nah, I get it. Let's go, mate. Here's one of them, mate. Gonna keep this nice and tucked. Now, pull and control arm. Okay, there it is. That's one of them down. Hella greased up. Jesus Christ. We're gonna compare them real quick now, guys. So here we have the new and the old one. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, because I don't really like to bullshit. These are the old ones, and as you can see, they're still really well greased from the last time I did them, which was about less than a year ago. And the bushings seem like they're intact. They're not broken. They're pretty intact. As I was taking it off, I realized that the bolt was pretty loose. So I have a fear that this bolt was just loose, causing that. And then same thing with the other side. But it doesn't matter anyway, because these are hollow, these aren't, and these are polyurban bushings. I mean, even the bushings, they're a little bit skinnier on the old ones, so we're still winning with this one. And I'm not sure if I'm tripping, but I compared them both length to length, and apparently the new ones are just a tad bit shorter, which inevitably just drops the car a tad bit, which is what I want. And maybe hopefully with this, the car will sit even again. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, they're not broken really. They're just kind of a little worn, but and they were loose. So yeah, either way, we're gonna put on these new ones and go from there. So let's take off the other one, and I'll catch you guys back when we're putting the new ones on. I'm gonna start prepping this shit up. I'm gonna get some high temp grease lube. I'll just lube this thing up real quick. I don't have a grease gun, so I'm just gonna lube it up as best as I can. Put on the outsides, all that stuff, all that good shit. Put it back up into the car. Now that I have a flashlight, I can see better. Oof. Oh fuck. Binga. Okay, so I just tightened everything up. Everything's snug. So everything's like nice and tight. It's not making any weird noises. So we're going to well, before I do that, I lowered the car. I'm gonna tighten up my exhaust real quick. My exhaust tips are kind of wonky right now. Tighten those up, drop the car, and then the car should be good to drive. We'll take it on a little drive, and we'll see if polyurban bushings actually, you know, make a difference apart from the actual control arm being loose. So let's adjust these tips real quick. All right, guys. So we are done with today's job. I would show you guys me driving it right now, but it's kind of late and I can't really drive it right now. So I'm just gonna wait for we're just gonna make it a whole different video testing out the trans and the control arms. And once we break in the clutch, we can really be on this car. That's when I'll test out everything. Obviously, probably tomorrow I'll know, but it's not gonna be a first genuine review. But you know, it'll be better because I can review it after a little bit of driving and conditioning on these new control arms, transmission, and clutch, and everything else I've done to it. Who knows, we might add something else before if we're done with the break-in. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys in the next one. Peace.